Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, it's going down out in Cleveland. We had the World Championship winners from Cleveland, and now we have the Republican National Convention. And boy, has it been some shit. Now, I will admit, I haven't really been watching the convention. I've seen clips. I've seen certain people saying certain things. But as a whole, I have avoided the RNC because I just don't feel like being annoyed. It's like a fucking circus, actually. It's almost like watching the House of Cards, okay, in the real life. I don't know what to make of politics today. Y'all know I'm not no super big politician. But Lord, I ain't never heard so much commotion and foolishness than I have with the 2016 RNC. So first of all, we have to talk about your girl Melania. Okay? Yeah, Melania thought she was going to be slick and get on up there and give this inspirational and rousing speech talking about where she came from, the values that her parents instilled in her, and the importance of a future that's bright and hopeful for her children. At the actual event, everybody clapped along, they cheered her on, they felt inspired, okay? And yeah, we also felt inspired back in 2008 when Michelle Obama said it. Someone pointed out that not only was Miss Melania trying to stay along the same lines as First Lady Michelle Obama, but she outright stole, pretty much line for line, a lot of the things that Michelle Obama had already said. Even though one person pointed it out, it was just going to be a matter of time before other people was able to pick it up. Just that alone just makes you feel like, I mean, you guys, I really honestly, like David Banner said, it's almost as if the Trumps are trying to throw this election. Every time you look around is something even more foolish, something way out, something that would never pass, nothing would ever go by, in past elections. It's like they be in the room at the house and they be like, okay, we gonna try this and see if, it's really like watching a TV show. It was ridiculous. And, right before the speech was given, Melania was caught in an interview saying that she sat down and she wrote the speech herself with little help. Okay. I was like, bitch, you took that book and opened it up and just was kind of like, right here, write this. What else Michelle say? The funniest thing about it is she sat down and said that she wrote the speech when all of us know that she didn't write her speech, that she has speech writers for her. But since she said that she wrote the speech, you can't even blame it on a speech writer, okay? Even though we all know better. But the speech writer, like, what was they trying to... I mean, are you trying to outright make your candidate look like a fool? Child, I can't even figure out what exactly is going on with the Trump campaign, okay? But, yeah, you guys, it's just been, and it's so funny because Melania, she just this pretty woman who should just sit over there and shut up. But we think of our first ladies, we want them to at least have some sort of presence. They're the soft spot of the president. When you don't necessarily have anything good to say about the president, you should be able to look at the wife and she should kind of buffer him out. So I'm just like, Melania, child, I don't really know I don't know what to make of her, but fucking the memes have been so fucking hilarious. All of the different Melania Trump quotes have just been hilarious, you guys, and I've liked every single one that I've seen because the shit is just funny to me and they should feel really stupid, but they tried to make the joke be on you. And for them to outright say anybody who thinks that Melania stole lines from Michelle Obama's speech is ridiculous, it's ludicrous, I was thinking to myself, like, do you think we fucking stupid? I mean, really? If Saturday Night Live is a live show this week, and they definitely are going to play on that, and whenever it makes it to Saturday Night Live, you know that this is a national thing, not just the black folks, chiming in on the fact that she stole from Michelle Obama. So, yeah, that's that with Miss Melania. I want her to sit all the way the fuck down somewhere, okay? But yeah, it's just been pandemonium there. Ted Cruz, who is not my favorite person, but you have to have some kind of respect for a man that'll get up there and stand in front of his own political party and pretty much straight out not endorse the presidential the candidate. And Ted was quoted in saying that I am not in the habit of supporting people who attack my wife and attack my father. And child, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be either. I was surprised that they let him get up there and speak. Donald Trump tweeted that he knew that Ted Cruz was going to say that, and he didn't care. He went on and let him speak anyway. I don't know if I believe that, but I guess Ted was like, fuck this, fuck y'all, fuck Donald. Make sure you vote and vote your conscience. Don't put this nigga up in here. Like I said, Ted not my favorite, but respect is due for somebody who can do that day. It's gonna be hard times for Mr. Ted, especially if Donald happens to make it into the presidency. But I just still, you guys, my mind won't let me believe that will happen. But it's just so crazy, you guys. I got a gap. I hate it. I can't wait till this gap closes. The tooth is straight and now the fucking gap is there. Anyway, you guys. So I mean, the RNC, I just put this in there because I know that we have to talk about it. It's big in the blogs, child. It's big in the blogs. As far as Tamir Rice's mother, they did make sure that they put her on the media outlets of her downing President Barack Obama. And all I have to say to that is I can't blame the woman. Okay, she has a dead son, nobody around to pay for it, and she's frustrated. Nothing has happened, and she's just kind of expected to go on with life without her child and nobody to answer for the death. I can't blame the lady for feeling the way that she does. As far as her feelings for Barack Obama, I mean, it's not a default that all black people have to support him. The frustration there, I don't know, because like I said, I'm not political. I'm not really sure exactly what President Barack Obama is able to do without the support of the Congress and all of that. And we know he hasn't been able to do much because of that. But directly, I don't really know what she would have wanted Barack Obama to do. But I can understand the frustration and I can understand the anger. It's just too bad that they chose this time to put the woman on the television when the boy been dead for some time now, and ain't nobody cared to even put her out there like that. So, but it's all in politics, and we just got to capitalize whenever we can as far as we talking about the different parties. But yeah, that's it on the RNC, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the convention as a whole. Have you been watching? What were you inspired by, if you were? What have you laughed at, just shook your damn head at? Okay, leave all that in the comments below. Alright, you guys, Waka has been in the blogs quite a bit this week as well, you guys. First of all, Tammy and Waka. Now, I say this with absolutely no shade and no hate and no harm in my heart. I told you guys in the Love and Hip Hop video that I feel sorry for Tammy. And the reason why I do is because it is hard to leave a motherfucker when you are in love with them. I think it's very clear that Tammy loves Waka before they got married and after they got married, okay? She is there for him. She's been this ride or die. Waka took her through a whole bunch of changes. Not only was it in their private lives, but we were all able to see it play out in the blogs, in the media. She even brought it to the television show. Okay, so this is nothing secret that these two have been through some shit. We saw that Waka was fucking around with Chief Keef baby mama and she was blasting it like crazy. There's been pictures of him and quotes of him saying shit just outright disrespectful to Tammy. It looked like she finally got enough nerve to leave the man because, like she said on Love and Hip Hop, she could not stand for that. She knew her worth and she was worth more than that, okay? Well, what a difference a day makes. Waka, that nigga was simping hard for his wife. He was all over Instagram and Twitter and saying things like, wow, I miss my girl, tell her to call me, okay? Posting pictures of her sexy and saying, when you leave your girl, and then she posts pictures like this, and really trying to work hard on her to get her back. And he should be that way. It should be in you to want to fight for your relationship, and that's all she's ever said, that she wanted him to fight for her the way that she's fought for him. Don't have a problem with that. I don't even have a problem with them getting back together and trying to work it out. The difference here is that their relationship is so public, and he's done everything to her in public, and she's brought her problems out in the public. So we all have been watching and seeing this and shaking our heads and getting frustrated for her and being pissed off at Waka and all of this. And now when he gets her back, it looks like them two are trying to work it out. Instead of him just being like, yeah, I'm trying to work it out with my girl and we gonna do this and it's different now. He's got this whole kind of look like, bitch, you know, oh well, I got her back now. What y'all got to say? It's sort of like a ha-ha, nanny, boo-boo kind of way. To me, it looks like, I'm not saying this is what it is, but it looks like he was just more concerned about getting her back because he lost what he wanted instead of really trying, being sincere. Now, I can only say that that's what it looks like. Hopefully, they are really trying to work things out. But when he was in that video, he was like, anybody who's mad that we got back together, you know, some haters, and you know, you mad because your man didn't fight for you, and you don't have this, and you. That is not what people are trying to say. You fucked her over once, don't do that shit again. A lot of people think that he's going to do it to her again. When you look at her face, and she's sitting there in front of him on that Periscope video, she looks embarrassed. Because it's just like you doing all of this talking, you big time talking, but when she been crying and yelling out and being upset and all this, you was still doing the shit that you were doing. I don't know. I really hope that Waka does not fuck it up again, because then it's really gonna look like, okay, Tammy girl, you okay, you know your worth, but you still letting him do this to you, you know. But I understand, the shit is hard. You got a motherfucker that you love to death and they still be doing shit to you. I mean, you have got to get to the point where it's just a done deal. And I'll admit that I didn't feel like she was at that point even on the show. You could tell she was very conflicted about it. Child, I can't be this worried about Waka and Tammy. That's all the fuck I'm saying. I'm really hoping that it works out for them because, you know, they married and you took this oath and, you know, you should be able to work it out. But I'm just saying, Waka, don't fuck it up. Don't do this again. Do you guys think that he can stay loyal and stay true to Tammy and realize that he almost lost a good thing? I hope so. That's all I'm going to say. I really hope that that's what he's trying to do this time. And speaking of Waka, him and the game then got into it. Now, I'm not sure if Waka was talking about the game, but he had made a post about, I guess people were giving him grief about not really speaking out on the Black Lives Matter movement and all. And so he finally gets on Instagram and says, look, I don't even know where all this is coming from. You know, you got motherfuckers out there who be fucking Instagram models and posting dick prints, trying to be this Renaissance man. They a gangster rapper one day, they selling shoes the next day, you know, going on and on and on. Some of the points that he said sounded like he was talking about the game. The game took offense to what he said, and he came back and in this whole, you know, Jah Rastafari accent, I'm assuming because Waka has the dreadlocks, basically said, look, motherfucker, don't come after me. Trying to be peaceful in this. You got a problem because I'm trying to push forward the Black Lives Matter agenda. Worry about your marriage and you losing your bitch. Don't come after me, okay? But if we was really on some real life shit, I would fuck that ass up. Waka comes back and says, you know what, game? I wasn't even talking about your ass, okay? You gonna get on here and say some shit about me, my girl, okay? Instead of calling me up and letting it be on some real shit. Well, I was thinking to myself, like, I mean, it did sound like he was talking about the game to me. Now it's like they're going back and forth with this beef over Black Lives Matter, over the fact that, you know, some people say something about Black Lives Matter and other people don't. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with the game and Waka. Probably nothing. Eventually they gonna get on the phone, they gonna talk it, and they gonna say they brothers and they worked it out and all of that. But in Waka's defense, I can't even believe I just said that. I never feel like celebrities have to speak out on different matters like this. Yes, it's always good if they do, but I can't even say that. And a perfect example is this whole forum that they had out here in Atlanta, well, in Gwinnett, the outskirts of Atlanta, last week with David Banner and Life and Ricky Smiley and Tyrese and all of that. You guys saw the clips of that. Okay, this is a perfect example of why you shouldn't think that all celebrities think the same way as you. Because we had Life get up there and the motherfucker said that all black people need to go get their damn guns and shoot the police. And we can't have motherfuckers out there saying shit like that. You know, David Banner got into him like, we not fixing to tell black people to go do some shit like that. That's crazy. It's the frustrations and the emotions of people that get out there and make you say stupid stuff. But that right there ought to let you know that not everybody is equipped okay, to get out in public and speak for us black people. Oh, my thing is about to die. Hold on, y'all. I don't want a lot of celebrities to get out and speak for me, okay? Because they say shit that's stupid or that I don't agree with, and then, people who don't know better will, equate them with me. Okay, me as a whole, black folks as a whole, and that's just not the case. Now, it was all on the news, and that's all they showed on the news. It wasn't that they showed any of the positive aspects of that meeting. But that right there was just let you know that it's just, man, we can't, no. I don't want none of them motherfuckers to speak for me, okay? Whatever your art is as a celebrity, maybe you can speak out in that way. But I don't need a motherfucker to get on no campaign or no podium, get a mic, and speak for me as a whole. I mean, look at A$AP Rocky. He's having his own drama for the things that he said. I still don't know if I understand what he was trying to say, but I think the bottom line that he's trying to speak is, I'm not equipped to get out here and just try to speak for all black people. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to hope that that's what he's trying to say. Leave that to the politicians, that the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons and the now Jesse Williams and the, Harry Belafontes and those of the, that we have deemed qualified to speak. WakaVSGame, I guess they gonna figure it out. I still believe Black Lives Matter and needs to go forward. Kudos to the game, who is not my favorite person either, but you can't deny that the game does a lot for the community. He gets out there. He helps people. He's, he can be an ass and he can be very arrogant and he can do a lot that just gets on your fucking nerves. But, I still have to give props where props is due. The game is making a difference. And I get annoyed with people when they try to down somebody else for doing good things when they're just trying to say, well, I don't do the same. Okay, if you don't do the same, just say, yeah, I would rather not do the same thing, or I'm not really in it like that. Or don't say nothing, but when you try to put down what somebody else is doing, it just kind of makes you look like a hater. And the difference that the game is making, it might be big, it might be small, but it's a difference. I think that is cool that that's what he's doing. I don't know if it's going to change anything as far as the LAPD or him and Snoop and all of that, but it's a start, you guys. And fuck, let's stop downing people for trying to start something. It got to start somewhere. So that's it, y'all. Tammy WakaVSGame. Child, whatever. Y'all, this almost feels old since, so much shit happens within a week. But, Taylor Swift versus Kimye, we got to talk about it. Now, last week on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they aired the episode where Kim Kardashian was riding hard for her husband and saying that, Taylor Swift knew about the song Famous and what Kanye was going to say, and that she's just tired of everybody beating up on Kanye like he was a bad person. So on Kim's Snapchat, she posted the recording of Kanye and Taylor Swift having a conversation about this song, him telling her what she said and her being okay with it. Now, I can say for a fact that I didn't hear in the recording him tell her that the line was, I made that bitch famous. Okay. But he does say about, he still feels that him and Taylor might have sex. To me, that seems way worse. But I mean, so he said that part, he told her that part, but he didn't tell her about the famous part, whatever. The bottom line is that there was a conversation between the two and that, it was had, and he told her pretty much what he was going to say in the song. Well, now we got the proof. So now Taylor Swift looks like she's lying, because all this time she was saying she didn't know he was going to do that in the song, and all of that. She got up on the stage at the awards, remember, and said that she's responsible for her own fame and all of that. Okay, so after they posted the recording, everybody was just like giving Taylor Swift the blues, and she finally came out and said that she was going to sue them because they unknowingly recorded her. She did not know that she was being recorded. She was just like, I'll see you in court. Well, I thought about that whole situation like, well, I know Kim and Kanye have lawyers up the ass, especially Kim Kardashian. I'm sure Chris ain't letting her get out there like that, okay? I'm sure that they spoke to their lawyers about this, and I felt like, well, they probably knew that they were going to get sued. And, you know, they were just like, we'll just handle it in court. Oh, the fuck well. You know, we got the money to handle it. I mean, how much money can it be? 5 million? We can do that. Okay. So that was my initial feeling. Well, it then came out that Taylor Swift probably will not be able to sue because there is a huge loophole in this whole privacy recordings of telephone conversations. I think it's illegal to record conversations pretty much everywhere in the United States with the exception of, I think they said Nevada and one other place. But there's a loophole that says that if a person is on speakerphone, it is no longer a private conversation because you have a group of people that are speaking. Now you know it's just more of a conversation. Just one person just doesn't happen to be in the room. Rick Rubin is in the room, he says something, and Kim Kardashian obviously was recording the conversation, or whoever that was recording it. But the fact of the matter is, it's now not a private conversation. Now it is a group conversation. So I think that Kim and Kanye's lawyers probably knew about that loophole and told them to put it out and had probably was going to use that in court. I haven't heard anything else about Taylor Swift trying to sue him. And really, I don't understand why you trying to sue. Girl, just look, we got to take the L sometimes. All right, you lied. You got caught. Just leave it alone. Taylor Swift is so paid and so big. You can't stop the Taylor Swift engine now. Even with all of this scandal that's come out, Taylor Swift is going to come out with another album and everybody's going to buy it. I mean, you know, everybody who I mean when I say everybody. All the Taylor Swift fans are going to buy it and she's going to keep going forward and still make this wet. Okay? Girl, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It is not that serious. Okay, but, you know, I know Taylor, you know, she's always thinking about her image and all, but to me, it's just like, girl, just, So I thought that was pretty funny that Kim Kardashian actually put that out. You know, she loves a scandal. She gave it to us with this one. Now, what you guys think about it? Are you on Kimye's side? Are you on Taylor's side? Or are you like me and don't give a fuck? Child, we ain't gonna never get away from this Monica and Shannon Brown rumors, huh? The newest rumor is that he has a secret baby with some side chick named Tammy. And this Tammy girl put the news out and got in touch with the blogs, and of course the story ran because, you know, we know that Monica and Shannon has had some drama in their relationship as of late. But now we got this side chick baby. Evidently the side chick, the alleged side chick, she also, you know, posted a picture of the baby and all that. Well, to make a long story short, at least this baby ain't Shannon Brown's side chick baby. Monica got onto the Instagram and, you know, expressed her frustration with the fact that, you know, they have been fighting off rumors over the years. Even though they realize that they're a celebrity and it comes with, you know, it's a part of the package. You kind of have a price you have to pay for fame. But this is just taking it overboard. That's not his baby. Whoever's the parents of this baby, you know, she apologized that the picture was stolen because she feels like kids are off limits. Well, you would think so, but not today. Not in this day and age, honey. They talk about kids. They talk about disabled people. They talk about everybody now. But Monica did say that this is not Shannon Brown's baby, and it's a lie, and she is going to let the Federal Bureau of Investigations handle it. So I guess they're going to be suing whoever this Tammy chick is. And it looks like Monica and Shannon are trying to work out whatever their issues are. They definitely are under the scope, though, because, you know, Monica was always in the habit of posting, you know, just how much she loves her kids and her family and her husband and all of that. And then when, you know, there was some talk about some indiscretions that Shannon had, you know, people, like I say, people on social media, they love to see you rise, but baby, they love to see the fall. I guess all of this will probably make her not be so open with everything. It's too bad that you have to be that way, but everybody doesn't have your best interests at heart, and you have got to save something. You've got to save something for yourself, child. So anyway, they saying that Shannon Brown, at least this baby is not his. I guess we'll keep our eye open if some, you know, side chick baby do pop up out of the blue. But yeah, this one, it ain't his, y'all. Y'all, what the fuck is wrong with your girl KellyPrice? She trying to take perfectly fine, faith-abiding Christians and drag them into the pits of hell with this foolishness that she did at this gospel gospel expo. Now, I don't know for a fact if it was a gospel expo, but it was some sort of black people expo somewhere, okay? And they asked for Miss KellyPrice to come on down, sing her music on the stage. Now, they were saying that it was a gospel expo. KellyPrice got her ass up there on that stage and started singing As We Lay. And yeah, Sister Gertrude and Mother Anderson was not happy with that. Okay, and honey, they waited for her ass to get up off that stage, and they was like, we gonna beat this bitch ass coming up in here disrespecting the Lord like this, coming and singing about some damn As We Lay. You guys, you know what is so funny? KellyPrice is such a troll. Okay, I ain't felt it for Kelly since she was on R&B Divas. That was where my opinion of KellyPrice turned to the negative. I always liked KellyPrice. I think she is a phenomenal singer. But the fact that she got on that show and acted a plum ass, showed her crack, you guys. I mean, just acted a fool. I was over her. You know, for her to come out and try to say it was in the editing, they made her look worse. Yeah, I can imagine the editing does make it look worse, but still, you guys, ain't absolutely no explanation or reason that you can say you got up there and acted the way that you did. Okay, so yeah, Miss KellyPrice, I ain't felt it for her in a long time. Okay, I just feel like she's trolling, like she was trolling on that show, and now she gets up on this gospel expo stage and sings As We Lay. Bitch, that is not even your fucking song. Out of all the songs that KellyPrice has that she can sing down to the ground, bitch, she gets up there and sings As We Lay. That's Shirley Murdoch's song. Didn't they ask you to sing your own music? Okay, but you get up there. I know that people were sitting up there like, no, this bitch is not. Okay, sang the whole song, got off of there, and then had the nerve to get on Instagram and say that this is the reason why people don't come to church, because people are uncomfortable the way, you know, church people treat, you know, the regular person. But I was just like, Kelly, don't even go there. That ain't the fucking reason why. Folks ain't avoiding church because somebody got their ass up there and sang a damn secular song. Oh, you guys. You could have even sang an inspirational song. It didn't have to be gospel. Just a feel-good song. And you gonna get up here and talk about it's morning as we slept the night. You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. Child, I know my mama was rolling over in her grave with that foolishness. I said, Kelly, no, Kelly, no. We're not going to support you on this one, baby. Okay? Has nothing to do with people being tried. I will say that the church can mistreat some people, but in this case, no. Yeah, girl, I'm through with Kelly. I'm so through with Kelly. Every time I see her on the thing, I just be like, girl, just sing. She another one. Just sing. Don't say shit else. Don't speak for us. Like somebody said about fucking Instagram, that Kelly was trying to get, you know, the holes and the scallywags into heaven. Kelly, stop it. Y'all get Kelly. The hip-hop honors, you guys, real fast. I'll just say that I enjoyed the show. I felt the show was very out of order and kind of disorganized. That's the same thing. I just felt like it was a whole lot thrown up there on that stage, and maybe because it was live and usually it's edited where they can kind of chop pieces up and put it together. So, you know, that aside, I enjoyed the show. Okay, you guys know I love Missy Elliott with all of my everything. I'm just always so happy to see her. The music that came from Missy Elliott, every time I hear it, I want to dance, I want to sing. I thought she looked good. We all know that she has Graves' disease. She doesn't perform as much as she used to. But anytime we can get a Missy Elliott showing, y'all, I'm there for it for sure. Okay, it was just good to see. Queen Latifah, I mean, you can't help but love Queen Latifah and have respect for her and all that she's achieved, starting as a rapper and just becoming this whole big mogul now. I mean, she's an actress. She's been on Broadway, and you know, she's been in movies, and she raps, and she's had a talk show, and she produces shit, and she's an executive. I mean, Queen Latifah has done it all, and she's always so cool, always so laid back. Looks like one of them people that you could just hang with, who's gonna give you the real, always be respectful and all, but she just seems like she's good people. And it was good to hear her music as well. When she was talking about how they didn't know how to market her at first, I know that was the truth, because she's got a little bit of everything, you know, in her catalog. But that's what makes Queen Latifah so special, is the fact that she can sing jazz, okay, that she can rap, she can do house music, she can be a comedy actress, she can be a serious actress. I mean, she can do all of that, you guys. I mean, like I said, you gotta love Queen, right? Salt and Pepper, Spinderella, love them too. You guys, that was the soundtrack of my high school times. Get Up on This. Oh my God, I can't even tell you how much we played that when I was in the 12th grade. You guys, I was a cheerleader. We was in cheer camp. We played that song to death. Between that and I Want Her from Keith Sweat, bitch, we wore that shit out. But it was good to see Salt and Pepper and Spin. You know, they look good. They still hanging up there. I mean, we grown women now. Okay, so everybody a little bit fluffier. Okay, cushion for the pushing. What was funny to me, though, is they were the only ones who didn't have like an extended tribute. Like, they kept talking, going back and forth between Missy Elliott and Lil' Kim and Queen Latifah, but Salt and Pepper's little spot, that was it. That was just a little spot. They talked about them, the effect that they had on music, the effect that they had on style. You guys talking about the hairstyles. I can remember when I had my little asymmetrical, my mother was pissed the fuck off. I didn't never do no shave shit, but I cut the top. When I tell you, you guys know the smallest little rod rollers that you used to use really when you was getting a jerry curl? Bitch, you couldn't even curl my hair around the fucking rod roller. My mom saw me when I came home. She was like, what the fuck made you do that? But this part was all long, but then I had one side that was chopped over here, y'all, and then I had the X crimps going back and forth around it. Just a fucking mess. It was like 7 hairstyles in one. But bitch, you could tell me nothing. I went and got my damn jacket with the big letters and the numbers and shit and different colors, and I mean, was really trying to do it, y'all. Y'all know, I done told y'all about my drug dealer girlfriend tendencies, and honey, them girls look just like drug dealer girlfriends with they big chains and they big door knocker earrings. Yes, that was definitely Roxanne back in the day. So it was good to see them. And then of course, Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim has a wonderful catalog of music as well. And when we saw the tributes, Little Mama and Teyana Taylor, Kiki Shepherd, is it Kiki? I can't never remember what that is. I think that's a name, y'all, whatever it is. I think it's Kiki Shepherd. Y'all know I be fucking up them names, y'all. But I think it was her anyway. When they all got up there and did Lil' Kim, I thought they did an awesome job. I mean, really was able, especially Teyana, was able to channel her and all of her antics and all of her kind of, you know, semi-vulgarness. I mean, she was quite vulgar back in the day. Okay, but that's what, you know, they wasn't doing that back in the day. Now it's just, that's what everybody is doing. But back in the day, Kim was definitely the originator, and that's why they called her the Queen Bee. She's got her diehard fans, and I was listening to a lot of the songs and I was like, yes, that used to be the jam. Okay, everybody's talking about Rich Homie Quan and how he ruined Biggie's verse in Get Money. And yes, it was disrespectful. I don't understand why Lil' Kim is even hanging with these young guys, these young rappers now anyway. She seems to have a certain kind of love for, you know, young Thug, Rich Homie Quan, this Designer Boy. Okay, she's been around them a lot lately. I don't really know what it's about. I mean, I guess she's trying to give the young kids a chance, and I get that. But it was so many other people that they could have had do that. I would imagine that you could get somebody from at least New York. I mean, I believe it's probably a requirement that you know Biggie lyrics if you're from New York. But you get a down south rapper who doesn't, I mean, he's young, obviously, but still, you would just hope that, I mean, they play the song so much that you would just hope that he would have known the lyrics. People was kind of blaming originally on Twitter. They were saying, how did Lil' Kim not know the lyrics? I was like, them ain't her lyrics that she's not saying. Those are Biggie's lyrics. He don't know the damn lyrics. But I felt bad for him because I know, I was just like, he ain't gonna never live this down. Okay, he even had to get out and apologize to, you know, the rappers, to New York, okay, to all of the fans, everybody that was watching. I mean, I guess it's pressure, but it was just like, see, no, we can't know. It's such such a different game today. Rap is so different than what it was back then. And I guess you can kind of say that the respect for the old titles, I bet you rappers back in the 90s could recite a whole bunch of Curtis Blow and Melly Mel and the Furious Five and all of the old rappers. I bet you they could do it. So I would hope that, child, it was just a mess. It was definitely a mess. But Lil' Kim got up there looking like Lil' Kim does. I've seen her look better. I've seen her look worse. But Lil' Kim seems to be a good enough person. And, let Lil' Kim do whatever Lil' Kim want to do at this point. It don't even matter, you guys. But, yeah, I enjoyed the hip-hop honors. I don't think I want to see it live anymore, though. I would rather them sit down and take a little bit of time to edit it and, make it all, cohesive and make a little bit more sense. But, yeah, I enjoyed it. What did you guys think about it? Tell me what your good, your bad, and your ugly was. And then lastly in quickies, first of all, Tamar and Vince. Okay, they're fighting off divorce rumors, as Love B. Scott had put on his blog the other day that they got into a huge argument in front of some people where supposedly Tamar Braxton was cheating on Vince and Hubert. And once they realized that Herbert. And once they realized that they hadn't got into this big ass fight in front of people, they paid him off and asked him not to say nothing. And, that picked up steam, mostly because Love B. Scott was the one who broke the story about Tamar being fired from The Real, and it turned out to be true. So this time people were kind of just like, wow, is this true as well? Tamar did never address it directly, but she did go on to her Snapchat and she posted a part where her and Vince were kind of hugged up together, and she sang Mariah Carey's, always be my baby, you'll always be a part of me, I'm yours indefinitely. And then Vincent did go on to the E! Channel or Entertainment Tonight or whatever and say, yeah, we good. Whenever good things are happening, people always try to, bring you down. So they both kind of denied the rumor, but the rumor is definitely still out there. I kind of feel like, yeah, maybe they did have some kind of argument like married couples do. I would hope that the child ain't gonna get, caught up cheating on Vincent because, at this point she has her own money. But, if you having problems, then maybe we just need to break it on up and not be cheating and shit like, child. I don't think I believe it, but I don't know. It's just like, where do these rumors come up? Like what makes them happen? But if I was to really sit and think about it, I don't know if I see, a scandal like that breaking between the two of them. But y'all, crazier things has happened. People are also talking about Tommy, your girl Tommy Lee, her brush with Atlanta Police Department the other day. She posted a video of her. She said that it was police brutality, that the police dragged her out of this Jeep Wrangler. Okay, kind of slammed her to the ground, handcuffed her arms behind her back. I had to do I had to show you guys. Kind of yanked her up. She looked like she was kind of stumbling. Couldn't really tell if it was because she was drunk or because they was yanking her around. And I guess they arrested her. Now, the story has come out that Tommy was in this Wrangler driving with some friends when the police tried to pull them over because she was driving erratically. They said that she gave a small chase and tried to get enough time between her and the police car to jump out of the driver's seat, kind of jump in the back seat and hope somebody else can get over in the driver's seat. And then when the police walked up to the Jeep, she said that she was not driving. The police was like, bitch, we know you was driving. We saw you. But she always said that she wasn't driving, that she was a passenger. Okay, well, they kept telling her to get out the car. She wouldn't get out the car. She kept on asking, what did I do? What did I do? And I guess they ain't had patience for that. So they yanked her out the car. Then, of course, that's when she, fell down to the ground. She said she hit her head and she got dizzy, which, I could believe that as well. But when I hear her voice in the car, when she's asking, what did I do? She does sound like she's a little bit under the influence, okay? And I don't know the full story, but what can be frustrating about these things is when people know they was doing some bullshit or they was doing wrong, and then they try to use it to kind of capitalize on all the shit that's going on with police brutality and the unfairness of the police department. Well, if you fucking up and doing shit like this, then we can't feel sorry for you. Now, Tommy, I do like Tommy, okay, and all her ratchetness, but if you was drunk driving and then you thought you was going to be smart enough to jump your ass in the back seat and they caught you, then I'm I'm sorry. Yeah, no, girl, we don't believe that story. Okay, and obviously the police department didn't either, okay, because they arrested that ass, and she ended up taking those videos down, so. Tommy, girl. I guess congratulations are in order for the happy couple Keisha Knight Pulliam and her husband Ed Hartwell. They are infanticipating. Yes, you guys, 37-year-old Keisha is pregnant, okay, with their first baby together. And her first baby, I believe, well, not I believe, I know. She don't have no other kids. So congratulations to the two of them. I guess we can also say a quick congratulations. They say that Chili and Nick Cannon are dating. Child, I don't even know why this is news. They so played out, okay? Chili is super played out, and Nick Cannon has always been played out, even when he was at the height. I mean, fine, the two of them together, okay, they make a cute enough couple. We know that Chili liked the younger men, you know, and Nick liked the older women, so I think that this is cool, okay? But yeah, I have to say a rest in peace to Gary Marshall, who was an entertainment mogul, director, producer. I mean, back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was just doing it, okay? Putting TV shows out, all successful. I mean, from the Lucy Show to the Dick Van Dyke Show, the Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Joni Loves Chachi. I mean, we had Mork and Mindy. We had him do the movie Pretty Woman. I mean, there are scores of TV shows and movies that Gary Marshall produced, directed, wrote. I mean, he was definitely, I mean, I know a lot of them names probably don't mean anything to a lot of my younger subscribers, but my older subscribers, we all can remember all of the shows that we loved that Gary Marshall was responsible for. He was 81 years old, I believe. He leaves behind his wife. He had a son, 2 daughters, 2 sisters, one of which is Penny Marshall, who was Laverne on Laverne and Shirley, who went on to be, you know, a director and producer in her own right. He had 6 grandkids, but just an accomplished man and a super loss for the entertainment world. Rest in peace to Gary Marshall. Oh, you guys, I meant to find out about this. I didn't research it, but they say that Azalea Banks has a production company deal with NBC Universal, and I wanted to talk about it because we talk about so many negative things about Azalea Banks, and if this is true, I can't even say for sure if it is or isn't. I shouldn't even really be reporting it, but I just want to say something positive for Azalea Banks. So if this is true and if it is really happening for her, y'all look it up. But if it is, congratulations to our girl. Maybe this might be the beginning of something, you know, some good things happening for Azalea. I do want the girl to win. Houston rappers and a few ATL rappers tried to make a difference yesterday by going into historically black banks and putting their money where their mouth is and starting accounts in these banks. And I just think that we ought to applaud them. Okay, remember I told you guys just a little while ago that it starts somewhere? Well, I think that this is a fantastic thing. Now, I don't know, you know, we know the big rappers out in Houston, okay? Your Paul Walls and your Slim Thugs and your Bun B. Are they in Houston? Child, I don't know. Though I know they in Texas. I mean, but we know your big rappers that are out there somewhere, right? But even the smaller ones out there who might not even have no whole bunch of money, but they still taking the liberty and making the choice to support black businesses. I think that's a fabulous thing. And seeing all those rappers around that table, that picture that they posted was inspirational. T.I., you know, he tried to make a difference here as well. Him and Young Thug and who else? It was one more person. Was it Rich Homie Quan? I don't think so, but it might have been. But it was 3 of them. They went on to Citizens Trust Bank here in Atlanta and opened accounts there. So I think that that's a fantastic thing. I keep saying that I'm going to do the same thing, you guys. Put me some money in Citizens Trust and, you know, try to support as well, because these banks can't grow until you start investing in them. So, like I said, kudos and congratulations to them. Rappers get a bad rap a lot of the times, but when they try to make a difference, I think it's something that we should applaud. So y'all get the right on fist of righteousness. And then lastly, you guys, how can you not love the First Lady Michelle Obama? The video that's all over Instagram and Twitter right now when she went on the Late Late Show with James, what's his name? I'll put it on the screen, but I think that just to have her on there. You guys, she's so cool. Even if you don't like Barack Obama, I don't know how you don't like Michelle Obama, okay? And for her to, you know, get in the car and do the, you know, the whole car karaoke, that's a big deal on that show. I mean, just her singing the songs, Single Ladies, and then you guys see my girl Missy Elliott jump in the back seat, and, you know, them do Get Your Freak On, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think that car karaoke is such a genius idea that James has on that show. This is going to get him pushed up in an earlier time slot. Okay, a lot of times on the late shows, you know, they get to do a whole bunch of shit and they move on, because you guys remember Jimmy Fallon was on the late show at one time. Okay, and now he done took the, you know, the Johnny Carson spot. So good for him. Good for Michelle, good for Missy. I just love to see things like that. And like I said, the Obamas are so ready to get out of that office. It's been so much shit that's going on now. They can just kind of let their hair down and have a good time. And yeah, you guys, I love my first lady. All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.